Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive. Ever found yourself staring at a screen, maybe a textbook, just wishing you had a tutor who could really figure out where you're getting stuck?
Oh, absolutely. Or
Yeah,
just a lesson that, sort of molds itself to how you think.
exactly. Well, today we're diving into something aiming to do pretty much that. We're talking about EON FlowTutor. It's pitched as this groundbreaking immersive learning experience,
Hmm.
and it promises to kind of reshape how we learn things, how we acquire knowledge.
It's quite ambitious.
Yeah, and the company behind it, EON Reality, they're not exactly newcomers. They've been doing AI-powered extended reality, XR for education and industry for,
Right.
what is it, over 25 years now.
That's right. Founded way back in '99, based out of Irvine, California. They've got a huge user base, too, something like 40 million users.
So yeah, they definitely have experience in this space. Our mission today then is to unpack what this EON FlowTutor thing is, how it actually works, and what supposedly makes it such a big step forward. Okay, let's unpack this.
And you really hit on something important there. This isn't positioned as just, another app or learning platform.
Right.
They're calling it a revolutionary immersive AI learning experience.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is it's powered by OpenAI's study mode technology.
Ah, okay. OpenAI.
Yeah, integrated with EON Reality's own
Yeah.
pretty sophisticated multi-agent simulation system.
Yeah.
So the core promise, the real hook, is delivering these really fluid, learner-driven experiences,
Yeah.
moving beyond, as they put it, fixed lesson scripts.
Moving beyond fixed lesson scripts. Okay, that phrase, that definitely grabs my attention because, let's be honest, so much learning still feels very linear, right? Like a one-way street.
Totally. One size fits all.
Yeah. So for someone actually using this, a learner, what does moving beyond that script actually feel like day to day? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, it means freedom, really.
Mhm.
Freedom from that strict path. The core innovation with FlowTutor is how it gets that fluidity. It's not just one AI talking at you.
Yeah.
It uses over 30 different AI agents. Think of it like a whole team almost, creating this really dynamic, dialogue-rich tutoring space.
30 agents, wow.
Yeah, and this whole environment is grounded in things like Socratic questioning, really personalized feedback, and just constant knowledge checks,
Oh,
keeping tabs on where you are.
gotcha.
And those elements, the Socratic part, the feedback, the checks, those are core components of that OpenAI study mode technology that EON is woven in.
Okay, quick clarification though. OpenAI's study mode. For someone not deep in the AI weeds, what is that? Is it like an algorithm, a product they sell?
Good question. It's essentially,
No.
think of it as OpenAI's specialized AI framework designed for education.
Mm.
It's not just about right or wrong answers.
Right.
It's built to understand how someone learns, to
Mhm.
spot the gaps by analyzing the thinking process, and then it can generate questions, explanations tailored right to those gaps. It's AI trying to be a genuine learning partner,
Yeah.
not just a fact dispenser.
Okay, that makes sense. A learning partner. So how does that translate into FlowTutor's features?
Right, let's break down some key features. First up is adaptive flow-based learning. So imagine the system is constantly like reading the room, your engagement, your struggles.
Mhm.
It then dynamically shifts between teaching you stuff, engaging you with activities, and checking your understanding, all in real time. It's incredibly responsive.
So it's not just playing a video, then giving you a quiz later. It's actually reacting as you go.
Exactly, like a good tutor who sees you frowning and immediately asks, okay, wait, let's back up.
How does it manage that with, you said, over 30 AI agents? That sounds potentially chaotic.
Yeah.
How do they coordinate? Is there like an AI conductor?
That's where their multi-agent simulation system comes in. It's not 30 chatbots all talking at once.
Okay, good.
Think of it more like a well-drilled team. Each AI avatar has a specific role. Some are tutors, explaining things. Others might be challengers, nudging you, like, have you considered this angle? Some are assessors, constantly gauging understanding, but subtly, not like a big red pen test. And others can even act as collaborators on a problem. The system itself is the conductor, making sure they work together smoothly. It creates a much richer interaction than just one AI could.
Okay, I see. That makes the multiple agents make more sense. It's about specialized roles.
Precisely. And that ties into the next feature. Socratic questioning and personalized feedback. This is straight from that OpenAI study mode philosophy.
Right.
The agents don't just hand you answers, they probe. So instead of just saying wrong, an AI might ask, okay, you used formula X there. Can you explain the thinking behind that choice? What about principle Y?
So it's trying to get you to articulate your reasoning.
Exactly. It provides what they call scaffolded guidance, Just enough help to get you unstuck and thinking critically, not just memorizing.
Wow, that feels fundamentally different. It's teaching you how to think, not just what to think. So
Mhm.
what about the actual things you do in it, the scenarios? Are you just following prompts?
Good question. That leads to open-ended, mission-based simulations.
Yeah.
This is where you, the learner, get more control. You're not just following step 1, step 2.
Okay.
You actively co-create problem-solving scenarios. The AI agents are there as guides, supporting you, encouraging you to persist when things get tricky, helping you discover solutions within these complex, sometimes messy situations.
So more like real-world problem solving, less like a textbook exercise.
That's the goal. Active participation, building those skills. And then there's seamless engagement and assessment. This one's big. It gets rid of those hard lines between learning and testing.
You mean like no separate quiz section?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Think about typical online courses.
Yeah.
You watch videos, read text, then take a quiz, then move on.
Right. The classic learn then test model.
Yeah. With FlowTutors, the learning and the evaluation are happening all the time, woven together. It's this continuous feedback loop. Assessment isn't some event at the end. It's just part of the conversation, part of the interaction.
That continuous loop. That sounds huge.
Yeah.
Especially compared to, waiting weeks for an exam result. So let's zoom out. If someone's used other online platforms, maybe even EON's older stuff, how big a jump is this FlowTutor really? What does this all mean in the bigger picture?
It's definitely framed as more than just an update. It's a paradigm shift is maybe not too strong a word. If we connect this to the bigger picture, you can see a really stark contrast. Let's maybe compare some features directly.
Yeah, that would be helpful, side by side.
Okay, so learning structure, old model,
Yeah.
very structured phases. You had lecture, then engagement, assessment, maybe a simulator, then a score, like following a recipe card exactly.
Got it. Fixed sequence.
Right. FlowTutor, it's dynamic, fluid. You can bounce between teaching, engagement, assessment based on how you're doing in real time. It's less recipe, more like a conversation with a chef adapting to your taste.
So if I'm totally lost during an activity, it won't just push me on to the next module.
Exactly. That's the adaptivity. Old systems, mostly a fixed sequence, didn't really care if you were struggling. FlowTutors, highly adaptive. Real-time adjustments, scenario changes, all tailored to your input, your understanding right now.
Okay, that's a key difference.
Huge. Then the tutoring approach. Older stuff was mainly instructional, delivering content. FlowTutor's Socratic, dialogue-driven, using those probing questions we talked about, getting you to think critically, focusing on the why.
And those 30-plus agents enable that depth, right?
Absolutely. Agent involvement, old way, maybe a few AI agents, pretty scripted roles. FlowTutors. Over 30 specialized agents, tutors, challengers, assessors, collaborators. It just feels richer, more interactive.
More like actual interaction.
Yeah, which leads to learner autonomy. Traditional path. Pretty linear, not much room to explore. FlowTutor encourages you to explore, make decisions within those open simulations. You're more in charge.
Right, you're co-creating the scenario, you said.
Exactly. And assessment integration. Old, distinct test phases, usually after learning. FlowTutor assessment is continuous, integrated, blended right in. It's just happening.
Less stressful, maybe.
Potentially, yeah. Because the feedback and reflection is also different.
Yeah.
Old. Feedback at fixed points, often just scores. FlowTutor. Personalized, immediate feedback that pushes you to reflect. Think about how you're learning, not just what. Fosters metacognition.
Understanding yourself as a learner.
Precisely. And the linchpin holding this all together is the use of OpenAI study mode. Older platforms just didn't have that deep AI integration. FlowTutor explicitly leverages those techniques for the adaptive tutoring, the smart questioning, the formative assessment. It's baked in.
Okay, that comparison really clarifies the shift. It makes that quote from the EON Reality executive make a lot more sense. They said, FlowTutor empowers learners with the adaptability and patience of an expert human tutor, and that it's a transition from scripted recipes to dynamic learner-centered journeys. That adaptability and patience part, that really resonates, like having a perfect guide.
That's the vision, absolutely. And they're making it available now at educational institutions, companies doing training, content developers, basically anyone wanting to use this kind of AI-powered adaptive tutoring, which raises an important question.
Yeah, the big so what question for you listening right now. What does this mean for you? Whether you're a student trying to grasp something tough or, a professional needing new skills, or maybe you design training.
Right.
The potential here seems pretty huge. Imagine learning experiences that genuinely meet you where you are, that adapt on the fly to your pace, your style. It feels like less of a tool, more of a philosophy shift.
It encourages a different kind of interaction with knowledge.
Yeah.
More exploration, more critical thinking, less just passive reception.
Definitely. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into EON FlowTutor.
Sure.
As we wrap up, here's something to chew on. Imagine learning feeling less like trying to follow some rigid, confusing map, and more like exploring a brand new continent, but you've got the perfect guide right there with you, pointing things out, helping you navigate. How might that kind of shift change not just what we learn, but how we even see ourselves as learners, our own capacity, our curiosity, our potential?
Something to think about.
Absolutely. Keep exploring, keep questioning, keep diving deep.